Los Angeles suddenly became the spotlight of the international entertainment world after the unexpected appearance of two big stars of BTS. Park Jimin and Kim Taehyung aka V stole the public's attention amid the frenzied atmosphere at Dodger Stadium. The almost unannounced presence of the two sparked a huge stir, not only among the fans present on the set, but also in the virtual universe that immediately exploded with speculation, analysis, and a long debate as to what exactly the meaning of this moment was. That afternoon, the atmosphere of Dodger Stadium was already hot with crowds of enthusiastic spectators welcoming the big game. However, behind the roar of cheers and the glare of cameras, the public's attention slowly began to shift as rumors blew that there were two familiar faces appearing among the crowd. It didn't take long for observant fans to recognize the figures of Jimin and V, two BTS members whose presence was like lightning striking the clear skies of Los Angeles. Phone cameras vibrate, screaming sounds echo, and social media timelines smolder in mere minutes. Hashtags related to BTS, Jimin, and V immediately dominated the global trending topic. This phenomenon once again proves how strong a magnet BTS has, even when they are not on the official concert stage. A brief appearance alone is enough to change the course of the conversation of the international entertainment world. Interestingly, although both were present, the dynamics of public attention seemed to be divided in a unique way. V, with her flamboyant charm and confident style, became the center of the spotlight as if inescapable. His every movement, his every smile, his every look into the audience seemed capable of igniting a cry of admiration. However, on the other hand, Jimin actually appears with a mysterious aura, keeps his distance, doesn't talk much, and seems to prefer to blend in with the atmosphere without exposing himself too much. This contrast difference makes fans even more curious. Why does Jimin seem so secretive? Is there any particular reason he chose not to show himself so much? Or is he preparing something behind the scenes that he deliberately did not want to reveal at that moment? These questions are scattered among ARMY, loyal fans of BTS, who are used to reading the slightest signs of the behavior of their idols. Some fans who were lucky enough to see immediately mentioned that Jimin seemed to wear simple clothes but still classy, with a casual style that was not too flashy. He interacts more personally with some of the closest people around him than open to public cameras. In fact, some reports say he was seen pensive for a moment, as if he was thinking about something heavy, before returning to throw a small smile that made the atmosphere melt. In contrast, V appears as if there is no bulkhead. With his trademark charismatic style, he interacted with the audience, waving his arms, and even managed to create an immediately viral moment when he smiled at the camera of a fan who was highlighting him from afar. Within seconds, the footage went viral, was viewed millions of times, and sparked a streak of comments about how much V remains one of the brightest stars in the entertainment world. However, it is precisely because of this striking difference that Jimin's presence becomes even more mysterious and interesting. There is an impression that he deliberately allows V to be in the limelight, while himself keeping the role of a silent figure whose presence can only be understood by those who really pay attention to him. This strategy is nothing new for Jimin, who for years has been known as a member of BTS with a unique balance of humility and undeniable appeal. Local and international media immediately highlighted this moment. Several major entertainment news portals wrote analytical articles, dissecting Jimin and V's dress styles, facial expressions, and body language. Not a few also speculate that the two are preparing something together, maybe a music project, a special collaboration, or even just a presence as a form of support for the event they attended. However, for the ARMY, every detail felt like a valuable clue worth talking about for hours. Speculation grew when some fans claimed to see HYB staff around the site. The presence of the staff sparked allegations that this moment was not a mere coincidence, but part of a grand strategy that may have been prepared long ago. Some even linked it to rumors of BTS's comeback after all members have completed their military service, while others interpreted this moment as a reminder that BTS is still present in the hearts of the public despite not being active as a group in the context of pop culture. This phenomenon shows how the presence of public figures can create tremendous resonance even without words or an official stage. Jimin and V proved that fame is not only about the number of songs released or grand concerts held, but also about personal presence that can shake the atmosphere in the simplest way. In the virtual world, fan analysis develops into serious discussions. Some consider Jimin's silence to be a sign that he is focusing on his solo projects, given that he is known as a perfectionist who often works quietly before presenting something surprising. Others have suggested that his reclusiveness may reflect his current emotional state, especially after years of stressful schedules, world tours, and military service. However, some fans actually see the other side. They said Jimin was showing new maturity by not feeling the need to fight for the spotlight, but choosing to support V to stand out more. This attitude is in line with his reputation so far as a BTS member who always thinks about balance within the group, not just individual interests that have pulled further. This moment also reflects the typical dynamics of BTS, which has been the secret of their success. Each member has room to shine in their own way, without the need to cover each other or drop. Jimin and V, although different in their way of expressing themselves, complement each other. The flamboyant and expressive V finds balance in the calm but meaningful figure of Jimin. Not a few music industry observers consider this appearance to be a smart branding strategy. In the midst of global competition, maintaining relevance is important, and BTS always seems to know how to do it. A sudden presence at a major public event like at Dodger Stadium can be a subtle way to remind the world that they are staying present, staying strong, and staying at the center of a global conversation. For fans who are present directly at the stadium, this moment will be a memory that is difficult to forget. Many confess that despite coming to watch the game, the unexpected encounter with Jimin and V made the experience change completely. I feel like a dream. They were both real in front of my eyes, and it felt like the whole stadium was changing just because of their presence. One fan wrote on Twitter. Meanwhile, among fans online, the debate was still going on for days after the incident. There are those who focus on Jimin's clothes, those who dissect V's smile, those who find out who accompanies them, and even those who try to read hidden messages from Jimin's silence. All of this shows how BTS is not just a music group, but a global cultural phenomenon capable of making even the smallest thing into a big conversation. Whatever the meaning behind Jimin's mysterious appearance and the full spotlight on V at Dodger Stadium, one thing is clear: BTS remains a huge force that cannot be ignored. With or without new music, with or without grandiose stages, they always manage to create moments that shake the world. And this time, in the hustle and bustle of a ballpark in Los Angeles, they once again showed how unpredictable and influential their presence can be. Jimin and V's presence at Dodger Stadium not only left a mark on fans' memories, but also showed how BTS was able to maintain their charm even outside the context of music. There is a kind of exclusive aura that makes the presence more valuable, as if to give the message that although they rarely appear together in public spaces, once they appear the impact is so great. The entertainment world was again reminded. Every step of BTS always has a meaning and its echo is never small.